Hello folks, this is Sula speaking, and you're listening to another commentary video on League of Legends, this one featuring Karthus. At the end of the last video, our team had lost a fight down by Dragon, and so the other enemy team was able to push down our bottom lane turret, putting us into some trouble in that area. We also had several players killed. I've been doing a pretty good job up here in the top lane, and now like right there, their Heimer player slips away with a tiny bit of health left, and I actually missed that. I could have used my ultimate, and I probably could have killed him, but I missed out on that, unfortunately. So that's actually a kill I could have gotten, and I didn't see it until I went back and watched this replay. Anyway, I'm doing quite well up here in the top lane against this Blitzcrank player, but our other lanes are struggling somewhat. There actually hasn't been too much fighting in the middle lane, but there's been a lot of fighting in the bottom lane, and we've gotten wrecked pretty hard down there. And I pretty sure that the enemy team has already taken at least the first dragon, due to the fact that we lost some of those team fights down by dragon. For the moment, the key thing for me to do is continue to get leveled up, continue farming. I think that a well-farmed Karthus is going to be much more valuable to our respective teams than a well-farmed Blitzcrank, which isn't all that useful. And unfortunately there, you can see I'm not too good with the lay waste, so I miss out on that minion kill. Anyway, more action down there in the bottom lanes. Up here, I'm going to drop another Sight Ward to try to protect myself against getting attacked by the enemy team if they would try to come up here. They've really left me alone. I was honestly expecting their enemy team's Tryndamere to come up here more often, but I haven't seen him. I don't think I've seen him even once at any point in time this game. They're all going mid. And so now, instead of trying to farm our minions, Blitzcrank is going to run forward and start attacking me, which is a little bit silly and doesn't serve that much purpose. I mean, sure, he does some damage to me, but it's not like he's going to kill me here. And I'm doing almost as much damage back to him. So yeah, you can see he takes a ton of damage, and he's also used up all of his mana now. So anyway, I'm not really sure what the purpose of that was. And so yeah, now he has to use Clarity to get his mana back. Also, the lane has been pushed back by my tower, so now I'm once again relatively safe, and I can continue farming up these minions, getting more minion kills, getting more gold. My teleport's back up, so I'm going to go back to heal just to be safe. Tryndamere running around in our jungle, he probably stole our red. Based on the fact that we can see it around him. I mean, it's possible that he didn't, but he probably did. Anyway, I'm just going to go and heal, pick up another Sight Ward for when the one that I have there runs out, and continue farming as we go back and forth. You can see there's still 4 members of their team mid. Probably not the smartest for them to group up like that. It's going to really kill their ability to get experience. I'm going to continue out leveling them. Anyway, Blitzcrank is running around up here, and Uberfish is trying to go after him. But unfortunately, it looks like he gets silenced there, so he's not able to stun him with Powerball. Meanwhile, the rest of the enemy team is now falling up here, and out comes Twisted Fate, although Twisted Fate is teleporting into a rather foolish position. He's way out of position. Here comes the rest of the enemy team. I'm going to engage in the fight, throw down Wall of Pain to separate them. First, we get a kill on Twisted Fate. I'm continuing to pursue Tryndamere, although Seirun gets the kill. Next, we're going to go after the rest of their team. You can see people are getting low, but I'm still almost full health. I'm confident I can follow this up and engage. Seirun, a little too aggressive, gets taken down very easily, but you can see between myself and even though Uberfish has like 100 health left, he's going to help us out there. And I'm going to pop my ultimate, but I've actually already killed everybody on the team, so oops, that's a misuse of Karthus' ultimate, but I thought there was still someone alive on the team. Anyway, so we actually score an ace. We lost one person. We lost Seirun, but we managed to score an ace. Now right here, unfortunately, Uberfish comes forward, and all of our minions were dead. So all of our minions up by the tower were dead. So he takes the tower aggression, and he actually gets killed. Rather needlessly. Not a huge setback in this situation because he'll come back to life very quickly and the enemy team won't get any gold or experience for him dying, but still a little bit silly there. And so Uberfish blames the minions. But yeah, the problem there was the 2 melee minions right next to the tower both died, and then the caster minions hadn't come up yet. And then look at where Kyan's porting back, and Kyan just dies and hands a kill to Tryndamere very needlessly. So that's unfortunate. Not a good play there. That's why you have to watch the screen when you go back to base. And believe me, that the same things happened to me. I've gotten killed as I was porting back to base too, but kind of needless. It looks like they had a ward in that brush and they were able to see him. Anyway, I am 403. I enormously outfarmed everyone else in the game. I also have highest level in the game, so this is shaping up well for me. But in terms of overall kills, it's only 11 to 10, and the game is pretty even in that regard. So this is still a pretty interesting game in terms of going back and forth. I've actually picked up red buff too, is from that last fight. Apparently I killed someone who had red buff, which is kind of funny on Karthus. Anyway, I'm going to go back here and watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to let the minions chase me back a couple of steps just to make it much safer to farm them. And then I'm going to turn and kill them before they reach the tower. So that's just a little bit of a play there for those of you who are watching. Bring the minions back towards the tower where you're safer, and then farm them there because I did want to get all the minion kills. What I should have done was throw down my ward right there when I took that little detour down onto the river next to Baron. I meant to throw down my ward. I just forgot it for some reason, and that's going to turn out to be a big mistake because it means that I'm not going to have sight when this happens. Tryndamere plus Blitzcrank are going to come together, and they're going to go after me. And that's just too many champions. I'm not going to be able to stop that. Too many stuns, and I'm not able to get back to the safety of my tower. So that was a mistake, not having the ward there. If I had had the ward on the river as I should have done, they wouldn't have been able to come out and get me. Anyway, Heimer's way out of position, so our team's able to group up and kill him. Now, watch what Seirun does here. Seirun runs forward to exhaust Ashe and then jumps away, nearly dying. I don't understand that. Either fight or get out of there. It's a waste of exhaust too, so I don't get that. Seirun still gets killed anyway. I noticed that Tryndamere has used Endless Rage, so I'm going to kill him. If you're Karthus and you've managed to outlevel a Tryndamere, fun stuff. You just wait for Endless Rage to wear off and then instantly kill them. Kayan and Uberfish chase into the rush here, which is not a good move. They both get killed. Now I am going to teleport in to try to pick up some kills. Twisted Fate is for some reason sticking around to try to fight me. He's going to flash there, but for some reason he continues to turn around and try to fight me over and over again. I'm moving faster than him too because I have level 2 boots and my Defile is going to kill him. So I'm able to clean him up and get at least one kill back again. Yeah, that whole thing really wasn't a good fight for us. I take partial blame because I got picked off at the start, and I'm the highest level character on our team. You see, Uberfish says we really should have Sula with the main team. Yeah, I mean, that's right. That's all partially my fault, as I said, because I got picked off by a three-man kill attempt by the rest of their team, so that was a mistake on my part, and that's part of the reason why we ran into such trouble. But there were just some silly plays from the rest of the team there as well. People turning and fighting when they had no business fighting. Seirun at 10% health, turning around to turn and exhaust Ashe, wasting his exhaust for no reason. Also here I have Defile turned on for some reason. Now Heimer running around in our jungle, I just don't know what he's doing here. I can see maybe if he was trying to sneak our blue buff, but he's like trying to sneak our red buff, which is pointless on Heimer anyway. So together, Seirun and I are just going to clean him up very, very easily and pick up another kill. So again, just don't know what he's doing. Uberfish says, what's he doing in our jungle? And I agree, it's just a stupid play. Anyway, that did use up my mana in between those kills, but I also am able to go back and buy a Blasting Wand, which is nice, building towards Archangel's Staff. Key thing is to get that Tear of the Goddess as early as possible on Karthus, so I can start building up the extra mana for the passive. Here, it looks like Bristol's is going to go for Ashe, but Ashe uses her flash to get out of it, so that's actually a nice play on our part. We got her to use up her flash, so that's pretty good. Let's see, here Uberfish is a little far forward, but it's okay, he's the tank. Even though he gets stunned by Twisted Fate, it's not going to be that big a deal. And let's see, I'm going to come down here, and it looks like we've caught Blitzcrank out of position, so I'm going to use my wall. Nice arrow from Kayan, and together we're going to kill Blitzcrank easily. Not a good buster shot there from Seirun. We didn't really want to shoot back a member of their team. I don't get it. Anyway, they've already taken, you can see dragons down. They've taken at least one dragon, so I walk in there to try to clear it. And then here it looks like we're going to clean up the minions. Anyway, you can see we've already sort of moved away from the laning phase into the team fighting phase. Fortunately, I've been able to put myself in a pretty strong position because I was able to farm that top lane so heavily in the first video. It might be a little boring to watch that in that first video, but it's really key how you can farm in maybe the first 20 minutes of the game. You can get yourself, if you can get a big edge in terms of that early farming, then you can really put yourself in a strong position for when you team fight later. Anyway, let's see. Heimer pops his ult there to heal up his turrets. I guess it was useful. Anyway, here, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to push on their tower. Just too many of them defending. We're not strong enough to fight them 5v5 at a tower. That's a mistake. Now, I go over here to try to maybe get blue buff. I was thinking about it, and then I turn around, and in the 3 seconds I turned around, someone on our team got picked off. So I don't know what happened there. But that shouldn't be happening when we're grouped up, 4 or 5. When we've got 4 together in the middle lane, they shouldn't just be walking up and picking off someone on our team. So I don't know what happened there, but that was a misplay. And Heimer sets up a turret that's in a useless position, so he's just wasting his mana there. And like right there, I saw Twisted Fates pick a card, so I was like, he's over here, and so I'm gonna throw down this ward and chase him back. Now the smart play on his part would have been to just kill the ward, which you can do now since the latest patch, but doesn't do it. And our tower's almost dead, so we're not gonna be able to defend that. We're just gonna back off here. Anyway, right here, I'm going to throw down the wall to slow Tryndamere. He's going to use Endless Rage, but just wait. Again, I'm Karthus. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Endless Rage is over, and guess what, Tryndamere? Now you're dead. So, yep. I love it when Tryndameres are in games with Karthus. As long as Tryndamere doesn't get too farmed up, it's just Endless Rage, wait 5 seconds, and he's dead. And you can see Uberfish types in Karth greater than Tryndamere, and yeah, at least at this point in time. Tryndamere is one of those champs who is very weak for most of the game, but if he gets farmed up enough, then his late game can be truly terrifying. If he gets his critical strike rolling. Anyway, I'm going to burn teleport here because I know a lot of them are over here. I saw them over in the brush, so I'm going to pursue. I was expecting the rest of our team to come in and help me. They're a little slow to do that. Anyway, I'm going to get killed here. But I do manage to take out one member of their team. I killed their Twisted Fate. Now in comes Uberfish. He's going to get off some good taunts here. We're going to kill the Ashe, and then a nice exhaust to kill the Heimer on their team as well. So that did work out. I think that, well, maybe it didn't. It looks like we traded 3 for 3. So maybe it wasn't the best move to engage there. I thought that everyone was going to be together, but at least we did pick up 2 kills for Bristol's, our Kassadin player. He has a Magi's, and that will get him 4 extra stacks, so that will help. Anyway, I guess that didn't work out as well as we planned. I kind of thought that it would go better than that, but they were able to focus me and kill me pretty quickly. Now here, I was walking back, and I wanted us to go check Baron, but then I realized, you know what? It's not enough to just go check Baron. We really need a sight ward there. So I decided it's worth it to go back and buy and just pick up another ward. Because, we're 26 minutes into the game. We don't have sight on the enemy team. They could be Baroning. That would be bad for us. Really bad for us if they did that. So anyway, I am heading over in that direction, and I also need to push back the large wave of enemy minions that's pushing the top lane. So I'm going to do those 2 things, pick up the mini golems while I'm at it. I'm trying to tell the other team, it's like, you really don't want to fight. You don't want to fight right now because I'm not with the rest of the team. So just, you want to play a little more defensively. Again, notice that I could see that this lane was going to be pushed ahead of time, so I am here to meet the enemy minion wave before it hits the tower. Also, by there, I'm trying to add a point to Requiem, and I accidentally use Requiem instead. I don't know how that happened. I guess I just clicked in the wrong spot. But anyway, my point was, you want to be able to see where the enemies are where the minion waves are gonna be before they reach your tower, so that you don't need to use teleport constantly. That's a sign of sort of better play. Here we're engaging with the team, and Bristol's manages to burst down Twisted Fate. Now the rest of the enemy team is retreating, and we don't want to dive that. We don't want to dive that tower. That's a very bad fight for us. Even if it is a 5-on-4, we're not strong enough to just go diving into towers and fighting them. We're gonna lose if we try to do that. So. Anyway, we are going to wisely back off a little bit here. And let's see, I think we were going to try to force them up here, try to force them to come towards us at Baron. I'm not 100% sure what our thoughts were, but I think we were trying to come up here and force at least a fight up here, force them to come back and fight us. Anyway, we're going to come in. I was heading for Blitzcrank initially. Our Ashe Arrow misses, their Ashe Arrow hits, which is a bad sign. Now I'm coming down here, trying to get those guys, but not able to get them. Tryndamere is now engaging with our team, and you can see our positioning has just been bad. We've never been able to engage with everyone. Seirun does get a nice kill on their Tryndamere, but everybody is dying around me, and I'm going to force to back off on this. So that was not a particularly good result for our team there, as they kill 4 members of our team, and we only, I think, get 1 kill on them. Yeah, our positioning was just bad in that particular fight. Anyway, what they should do is go Baron, but they're not going to. And we'll see what they do next in the next video in part 3.